So it's now 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I want to welcome you all aboard today. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of this today. I want to remind you guys of all of our contact information. We are just about to close out our first trade of the morning. And the big clue we got this morning was this price wedge. Now, I posted this chart on the blog so everyone can follow along with me, right? Members and non-members. And do you see the wedge? I know there's a lot of stuff on this chart, but remember, like I always say, focus on what's the next resistance level and what's the next support level. Don't worry about everything else. We went through a checklist this morning to define all the technical clues. Basically, we've located every single support and every single resistance level above us that we would use to trade. The big thing was the price wedge. The price wedge came out here around 9 o'clock, actually 8:30. And at 8:30 this morning, we found a way to buy the lows. I was teaching at the time, so I didn't take that one. Guys, here comes 85. Take that money. 85, target filled. All right, good job. Now that, my friends, is how you do it. Now you're down at the lows. And look at the situation right now. We just sold the highs of the wedge. We used a simple two-step pattern. Look, I gave you the exact entry. I told you to get short at 12s. And I told everybody out here to put their final target at 85, take some profit off at 96 or 96.05 to be more conservative. So this is a great trade. This goes +5. It goes +15, +13, excuse me. And then 85 down below, 15, 25, 27. That's a nice big trade. That's a 50-tick winner right there. So you make $500 on your first trade of the morning by doing nothing more than trading the wedge. This is something you're going to see over and over and over again on any liquid market you want to trade. I don't care whether it's the Japanese yen, if it's the Canadian dollar, if it's the Aussie dollar, the euro, crude, natural gas, copper, gold. It doesn't matter. And the reasons why the wedges work is because of supply and demand. Supply and demand, right? The fear and the greed in the markets, all right? I get the question all the time, will your method keep working? Well, and I tell them it's been working for 12 years now. I've been doing this 12 years now. And people always ask me, how does your method continue to be so successful so consistently? And I explain to them, because I'm not looking for any fancy-dancy things. I'm looking for simple structures. And these structures, they leverage the knowledge of how human beings react. See, there's one thing that we can guarantee every day, is that the markets are traded by human beings. And with that, I know that every human being is very easy to predict how they think, because I'm one. I know how I think. You know, one of the great things about being a trader is the fact that we can keep it simple. Whatever I do, others will do. It's that self-fulfilling prophecy. This is just another day in the life of a trader here in this trade room. 9:30 a.m., our first trade of the morning, another successful first trade. 50 ticks, good job out there. All right, so we finished up a fantastic day here in this room right now. Once again, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this today. Members, guests, great job this morning. We had a tough time with this. We made some easy cash early this morning. You can see here, made some pretty good cash here early this morning. By 10 o'clock, we had $1,000 in our account. But sure enough, boy, this market on crude oil got sloppy after 10 o'clock. We waited for news to come out. The news came out at 10:30. The news was overwhelmingly bearish, higher inventories, lower demand, but instead the price went higher. So we used that as a clue, and we said, you know what? A day trader should be aware that when something should happen and it doesn't, it's probably a clue that something else is going on that we don't know about, and there's going to be opportunity to profit from it. So you can see here, I tried to get long, tried to buy that failure from the sellers on the crude inventories. We also knew that we had the previous low of day right below us. And when the price finally broke below that previous low of day, my exact words were I was looking for it below 13s. We got 25 more ticks out of it on the way down, and we finish up our day here just shy of 115 ticks. Not a bad day at all. Really had a good early morning session, buying those lows of the wedge, selling the highs of the wedge. And I'll tell you, after 10 o'clock, we did a really good job at only taking the best patterns we saw. We didn't overtrade it. For a while there, I had to sit on my hands. There was about 20 minutes there where I simply did not have the confidence to keep trading. And that's going to happen to the best of us, right? Do you think Warren Buffett, George Soros, right, Bruce Kovner, Michael Marcus, do you think these big trading names out there in this world of ours, do you think they always know exactly what's going on? Of course they don't. And that's one of the great things about being a trader is if you're right 30% of the time, at least with this method, since our trade management is so perfect, you're going to be successful. A fantastic day today. I want to thank you all for coming out and joining us this morning. We got a couple more seconds for questions, and I'm looking forward to helping.